good afternoon. Sorry we're a little bit late. I'm back from France and this is Josh. Have you done these before?
No, first one.
First one. This is Josh. He's the latest Glenn. Glenn's become the person that's embodied our lads who come in and help us out a bit. You were here last week and this week with us.
Just the 2 weeks.
How's it been?
Yeah, it's been good. We've enjoyed it so
sure?
far. Yeah.
That's what you have to say that you're on video now.
Yeah, I'm not being forced to say that, but yeah.
Yeah, I definitely have to start it again. Now we like to get people who come in and on a bit of work experience, doing lots of different stuff. So here you are, doing daily video. In terms of latest, I mean, I've just got back from France. I'm writing something about it today about kind of what I saw in Marseille and Nice and things like that. Because I think there's plenty of people who weren't there who've had lots to say about it. So you know, there's me who was there writing a bit. But the latest that has come out, Josh, is that Russia have been given a suspended ban. So basically means any more trouble in and out the tournaments.
Yeah, you'd like to see how that transpires, really, because obviously they've got Slovakia coming up. To Eastern Europeans, I don't know if there's going to be a bit of bad blood there, but...
Well, the issues they've got with Thursday is that Lille and Lens are very close to each other, and that's where England play Wales and Russia play Slovakia, and that's, you know, the two games are very, very close together, but where the England game is, people aren't really staying in Lens. There's not a huge amount to do there. I think there's an alcohol ban, and so a lot of people are staying in Lille and travelling up for the game, so you might have a case where a lot of the fans are all managed to find themselves in the same city. So we'll wait and see what happens with that one. You might with the Russians, I don't know. Apparently, if you've been kind of deported now, you might end up with a situation where they feel like they've done what they came to do, and you know they want to fight with England. They've done that, and then they might decide, well, that's kind of enough for them. It depends how bothered they are about the footy, I suppose.
It's like the thing that UEFA said. I think if it happens outside the stadium, like you said, how they're both going to be in Lille at the same time. Apparently, UEFA have basically said, well, that's out of our jurisdiction, so it's not really.
Oh, so they're only bothered if it happens in the
so
ground.
I think if it only happens in the stadium, then that's the.
Well, there you are. Or maybe they just won't bother to go in the game. But imagine if Russia get thrown out this tournament and then host the next World Cup, though. That's a crazy situation.
It's just football, isn't it?
But we shall see. Okay, on to Liverpool stuff. The fixtures are out tomorrow, 9 AM.
We're going to get Stoke.
Stoke?
Yeah, it will be. It's just always is one of them teams that's just our bogey team, like a West Brom or a Stoke. It's always a horrible first fixture. So.
Yeah. Oh, wait. You're depressing me. I'm meant to be looking forward to it. I'm going to try and do every game next season. I've decided it's something I'd quite like to do. There's no European football, so it's a bit more achievable. So we'll do something around in the morning, and we'll do one of these. Everywhere there'll be one of these videos where a bit of our reaction to what's going on and things like that, to the fixtures being out. But yeah, I'm hoping. I don't want Southampton away on Boxing Day. I don't want Bournemouth on a Wednesday night. Anything like that. No, anything like that might kill the dream early. So you know, I'm not too bothered how we get first. To be honest with you, I just want to see them looked at as doable, at least until Sky gets their hands all over them. Yeah, just a couple of transfer stories we'll kind of go on to as well. West Ham apparently were interested in Benteke, but now looking at Lacazette, which is quite a shift.
Love to know how that works.
Yeah, I mean, with these things, I don't know what you think, Josh, but sometimes it seems to me that if Benteke's their first priority and the one that they want, and they feel like, you know, either their agent's being a bit funny with the wages or Liverpool it's too high, then suddenly, you know, a name goes out there to say, oh, we want him now, and it's sometimes a case to get the price down a little bit, isn't it?
Yeah. Lacazette seems like one of them players who, like, all the big clubs had a look at, and maybe that's just the sort of player that West Ham should be going for. Like, big clubs, well, no disrespect to West Ham saying they're not a big club, but the big clubs and the bigger clubs in the Premier League didn't necessarily want him, and then
I mean he's had 2 good seasons now. I mean, and 2 seasons ago he was absolutely flying. Last year the numbers went down a bit, but still very good. And so, you know, maybe a bit of a surprise that someone hasn't taken a punt to him. So maybe it will be West Ham, but it just seems to me like a bit like last year when we clearly wanted Benteke, then suddenly a few other names came out like Rondon and Bacher and people like that, and it just felt like it was a little bit of a case of, you know. We'll just throw these names out there just to kind of push it to hopefully get the price down for the man we want. But we'll wait and see in that. In terms of players coming in, we've been linked with FC Porto midfielder Hector Herrera. Do you know anything about him at all?
Not a clue. At least it's not Christian Tello, though.
Oh, tell him. No, we're not going to get linked to him till next season now. That's done for the summer. Hector, we don't know anything about him, but I'm sure Rob Gutman does, and there'll be a gutter show next couple of days, so they'll be talking all about that. In terms of other things we're up to, there's what we call history out today. It's about the 81-82 season, otherwise known as the season I was born. Very importantly, what year were you born in, Josh?
95, so before my time.
Absolutely disgusting. Depresses me. All these young bastards we've got knocking around now. Sean's no better. So that's the season where Bob Paisley stripped the captaincy of Phil Thompson. It's got here, so there you are, a bit of a spoiler there. And just quickly on the England stuff. England play again Thursday, isn't it? Thursday at 2 o'clock. Do you get into it? You bothered or?
Not overly. No, it's just one of them things. Really. I do like the Euros, but England just.
Yeah, not too bothered. Okay. There's talk that Daniel Sturridge might start.
Shock start.
Well, it's but a shock start. See, I'll stick up for the papers on this. Everyone's kind of, saying, why would there be this big shock? But it looked touch and go whether he was even going to be in the squad, and I think it would be a bit of a shock because everyone was talking about, well, are they going to play both Kane and Vardy together? And then, there was no real talk of Sturridge. Everyone's talking about Rashford and things like that. And he did kind of come in a little bit under the radar. So to first of all, I think it'd be a bit of a shock to ditch Kane after only one game. And so that'd be a bit of a surprise. And then for Sturridge to seemingly kind of jump I'd play him, don't get me wrong, but for him to kind of jump the queue that much would be an interesting one. But apparently Roy's under a bit of a pressure to do that. There's a few people around in his coaching staff who want to see Sturridge giving a go, a bit more pace and things like that. But you've got to think about Harry Kane's corners.
Yeah, God, they're awful. I think the thing is with Liverpool fans that saying that Sturridge is a shock start and how good a striker he's been when he has been fit. And Harry Kane, has probably had 2 seasons. You'd say Jamie Vardy's had the 1 season, and Rashford's had half a season. And Rooney's moved back to midfield, so it's just. It's one of the things where you think that Sturridge should really be the best option.
I'd pick him, but I wasn't expecting him to see him start that soon in the tournament. So, but we'll see. But with the England stuff, it does seem to. Thinking back to tournaments in the past, the press do seem to get wind of the team and team news. So, wouldn't surprise me to see him there. Now it's kind of been leaked. But there you are. We'll leave it there. As I say, what we call history coming out today. Loads of stuff being recorded at the moment. Some really interesting interviews. More on the stuff that's going on the Euros, but obviously keeping an eye on what's going on in Liverpool too, because there'll always be transfer news. But we'll leave it there. Nice one, Josh. That was all right, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was good. Yeah.